right, we got to take a break. I think Vince McMahon is waiting to talk. The Rock of New York, 102.7 WNEW. It's Opie and Anthony, and on the phone line is our pal Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon
from the WWF WrestleMania this Sunday. We got to talk to Vince.
This is cool. I want to talk to Vince.
Mr. McMahon.
Oh, I know that's right.
Hey, there he is. There's that voice.
It's Vinnie Mac, as everyone calls him.
Called a lot worse, too. You guys know that. You know? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Ready for WrestleMania?
Oh, we can't wait for Sunday.
I look forward to it. Oh, hell yeah.
I must say that I've been a closet wrestling fan for many years.
Closet?
Well, no, I'm going to explain this, though. But within the last year or two, now I'm really proud to say that I'm a huge wrestling fan.
That's great.
And I don't mind that people know that. It's the best. Raw is War is the best show on TV right now.
Thank you for the compliment.
It really is.
Thank you.
I've been with you since Andre the Giant and Chief Jay Strongbow.
Wow, you go back a ways.
And Brutus Sammartino.
Sure.
And Ernie Ladd with that thumb injury he had.
Big cat, Ernie Ladd. That's
the big cat. He had that. What was the deal with him? He had that thumb injury for like 5 years.
It was chronic.
It was a chronic thumb injury.
You know, he'll get well and then, he'd injure it again.
He'd need the metal brace on it so he could gouge people's eyes with it. Why don't they ever see that, Vince? Why don't they ever see it?
It's amazing.
When Dr. Fuji brought out the dust in the face, the salt, why didn't the refs ever see that?
It's just, I guess because they weren't supposed to. It's the only thing I can think of,
No, but it's great, and I was stunned like a year ago or so. You really started making a lot of appearances.
Yeah.
And now you're a fixture. You're like the guy. You come out. You got your own music. No chance.
No chance.
No chance in hell. And Vinny walks down the ramp.
You call that a walk or is that a strut?
You got the strut. You got the attitude.
I know that's right.
We see that. And I was laughing my ass off last week when Stone Cold brought in the beer truck and started hosing you down. I mean, what the hell are you going to do next, man?
So stay tuned and find out. I mean, it's going to be wild and crazy. You know that.
You kill me. Now, you're taking a beating, too, these days.
That is for sure. Talk about being stunned.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've had it occur quite often.
Yeah.
Any injuries?
Other than being, partially paralyzed from the waist down, a broken rib and a broken wrist over the last 6 months, I've been fine.
Really?
Yeah, and they say the wrestlers don't get hurt. Man.
That's all right. We get up just like, it's a roadrunner kind of a thing, where Wile E. Coyote doesn't quite make that turn and goes down the 2,000-foot ravine and then gets right back up. That's how tough WWF stars are.
Now, Anthony and I are amazed at the power you got because you'll come out when Raw is War starts and you will just suggest a match and the wrestlers just have to do it.
It's amazing.
It's up.
Nice to be able to throw your weight around a little bit,
We're waiting for, something like Kane, Mankind, in a castration match.
That's a hell of an idea.
And then just,
I may do that one on Monday.
The winner is the man who leaves the ring with his testicles. And because we're convinced they'll do it. All right, Vince.
Sure, why not?
What's with that Mankind?
Right, if the money's right, why not?
Yeah, okay. So what can you tell us about WrestleMania?
I can tell you it's going to be a huge creative success. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that every WWF superstar is going to give it everything they possibly have, and that the audience will have almost 3 hours of nonstop entertainment.
Wow. Hey, what do you think of the signs? I mean, the signs are huge now.
I think that is just so cool because we encourage our audience. One of our secrets in terms of audience participation, we encourage our audience to exercise fully their freedoms of expression.
And man, they do.
Yes, they do.
Because I've seen some that I think would be personally insulting to you, Mr. McMahon.
I've seen a couple of those, but I think they're plants.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people really dislike that character. I just think, they're just kind of playing along, I mean, I could take it personally,
Yeah.
But I don't.
So who are the big-name celebrities showing up Sunday?
The big-name celebrity showing up Sunday would be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And The Rock.
There you go.
And the Big Show Paul White. Yeah. And Mankind. And Undertaker. And Boss Man. The list goes on and on. In other words, the WWF superstars are the big celebrities.
All right.
I'm always wondering about The Undertaker. He's very demonic.
Yeah.
This whole, satanic thing going on.
No, not satanic.
What is it?
I mean, it's just from the dark side.
Oh, from the dark side.
It's sort of like from the far side, although not quite as cartoony.
But then he's able to, host something on USA, like some night of TV. Like, if he was so dark, wouldn't the network not even want to work with him?
I would think that's probably a good good observation. I mean, there he is. He's on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, I was amazed.
The hell's with that?
And then he's at your house with your family. I would think any boss would just, there's got to be something in his contract that you could fire him for threatening your family's life.
You had a sort of morals clause or something.
Something. You would think, Vince.
But once he steps over that line, whatever that line is, we have to determine that.
Hey.
Then there could be hell to pay. Could be some awful retribution.
All right. Hey, what was with the teddy bear?
We're going to have to, wait for that to come out.
Oh, is that because I was waiting? It's because it is like a soap opera.
Yes,
you watch this, and now you have to wait to the next week to see how it's going to play out.
It's action, adventure, soap opera, cartoon, talk show, all rolled into one.
Yeah, if anyone didn't see that episode, someone delivered a box to Vince McMahon. There was a teddy bear in it, and Vince was on all fours crying.
I was distraught.
Vince, Emmy in your future, you think?
I don't know about that.
Emmy Award?
I doubt it very seriously. The people in the entertainment world can't figure us out, and they're saying, wait a minute, what right do these people have by being the number one thing on television? I mean, so they're not about to acknowledge us. I could tell you that.
I mean, where do you draw your motivation from when you're on the floor weeping like that? I love the Vince is scared S-less look. Like he'll be talking all bad in the ring.
Right.
And Stone Cold, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Right.
And then Stone Cold will come out and you'll make that, oh, it's Stone Cold. That whole look.
Well, it's sort of like having a range, I suppose.
It's a range. It is sort of like De Niro.
Yeah, sort of like feeling the moment,
I tell you, I love it. I love it.
I do too.
Now, Vince, on a serious side, you're getting a lot of heat about being politically incorrect and all that crap. They're doing a lot of articles on you.
I'm enjoying it. It generally comes from a few people who don't get it. They don't understand that we're entertainment.
Right.
And when you compare everything that we do on television during prime time to anything else that's on cable during prime time, we're like Sunday school teachers.
Right. Well, they're saying there's too much sex for the little kids and the drug references.
Is there any such thing as too much sex?
No.
Good. Let's get that straight.
All right, very good.
So, no, I mean, it's like, again, there is it. I mean, again, compared to anything else that's on television, we're mild.
Right.
It's just we've never done, what we're doing now in this genre. So we opened the creative envelope. A lot of people don't like it, and they can hit that all-powerful button, that little switch that switches you off from our station, off of USA onto something else. God bless them. They have that power.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, believe me, we're in the same boat in a lot of ways.
Show. Yeah. Just don't get soft on us.
Oh, no. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
I promise.
Hey, how about that China?
Ooh.
Man.
Does she have a slime?
I don't think so, but it's like, man, she's looking good these days, though.
I don't know, but there's like a man thing.
Yeah, she has.
You got to get past that. You guys got to, she's got a warm heart, you got to get past that, that initial visceral aspect,
She, I at one point thought maybe she was Slaughter's daughter. With the jaw?
Oh, with the jaw?
Yeah, and then she comes back after this little vacation, and she had some work done.
She must have.
I saw the jaw is a little more tucked in.
A little more feminine.
Yeah, she's trying for it. Yeah. I got to give her, she does have a nice butt. You see it there.
The rest of her ain't too shabby either.
I don't know. The bulge in the front is a little weird.
You don't like the bulge. I love the bulge. And then, where's your sense of imagination?
Now, did she really get hurt the other day when Triple H threw that fireball?
Well, Kane did.
Kane did.
Yep, she did. She did get hurt, and she is going to make a return, we think, at WrestleMania.
It looked like something went wrong there. Because
we take chances. We'll do anything to entertain our audience, and sometimes we get hurt.
Because in slow motion, it was like, that's not fake. The fireball hit her right in the eye.
Indeed. And, she didn't lose her sight, so she's going to be okay. But we do take chances in the name of entertaining our audience. And, the pros that we are, and there's nothing we won't do for our audience.
Right. Hey, any other family members you're going to bring into the ring?
Could very well happen.
You got Shane in there, who I must say, at first he came out, the storyline was he was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was helping out Stone Cold and going against his father, Vinnie Mac.
Can you imagine that?
And everybody loved him. And within a second, he turned into a son of a bitch.
You know what? I guess he is the son of the father after all.
Do you guys take heat out on the street now because of your persona in the ring?
No. I mean, our fans really get it. I mean,
that's good.
In terms of performing, you know, they want to dismember us in the arena, and as soon as the show is over, I mean, our fans really get it. It's like they'll even critique our performance. Geez, Vince, I think you could have been a little more dramatic here.
Vince, I love the hardcore matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I got a question about that as well.
Sure.
Now, it's a hardcore match. Anything goes, right?
Yep.
Why do you need the ref?
You really don't, except the final count of 1, 2, 3 is the only reason you need a ref.
Yeah, but he's looking in there, making sure everything's legal. It's like, hey, ref, wait till they're ready to be counted. Anything goes.
He's still got to make the ref moves, right?
Yeah, the ref has to, like, you know, he has to be seen.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you know.
All right.
You know, what the hell?
And the other thing I want to mention really fast, the Jim Ross storyline.
Yep.
Keep it going, man. That's hysterical stuff.
Thank you.
That is really funny.
JR is something else.
But in real life, he really had a problem with his face, right?
Yeah, he's had a couple of problems, you know, and, you know, it's a way to capitalize on, you know, again, you always turn, you know, that negative into a positive, and that's what we do, no matter whether it's, you know, something that actually happens or something that we make up or whatever. You know, there's all kind of lessons to be learned here and all kinds of fun to be had. And after all, that's what we're about, is fun.
Right. Cool. Very
WrestleMania pay-per-view this Sunday.
There you go.
We're there.
And did I mention that we're on the CD list? I think we're about 6 now, the top 10.
Yeah, the themes, the wrestlers' theme songs.
Yeah, we got a copy here in the studio.
Good. I'd like to hear that No Chance in Hell on NEW.
No chance.
No chance.
That's right.
No chance.
Yeah. But, and by the way, please don't change your format.
To what?
You know, you're talking about all talk, all that bull. You know,
Yeah.
You know, they're talking about throwing you guys off the air. Let's not have that happen.
No, we're not going anywhere.
If it goes polka, we're still here. we still have to sit here.
Sounds great.
Take the heat.
And then Raw's War is Monday at the Meadowlands, I guess.
Monday at the Meadowlands.
Right on. Vince McMahon, always a pleasure.
Opie, it's a pleasure.
And Anthony there.
Anthony.
Okay.
Thank you,
pal.
Vince.
All right.
Vince
Bye-bye.
McMahon, everyone. Very cool.
All right. Little conversation with Vinnie Mac, as he's called.
Yeah, we're huge wrestling fans. We're pathetic.
Stephen Lynch.
Vince.
Yo.
All right, listen. Our listeners think Ant and I are a bunch of pussies because we didn't ask you about Bret Hart.
Man, you guys can ask me about anything. It does not matter. Of course, I probably won't answer, but that's all right. Ask away.
All right, now, the A&E special on Bret Hart.
Right.
Which is pretty wild, by the way. There's a scene where Bret Hart tells the camera guy to, turn off the camera because he's going to punch in the head.
Is that right?
That's what it looks like. And then you came out of the room kind of staggering.
Yep.
And we wondered what happened in the room when the camera was off. A lot of the listeners...
Well, actually, it's real easy what happened there. Bret didn't do things my way. And as any good director working with talent, when you sign on, it's like, you do what you're supposed to do. So Bret didn't want to do what I asked him to do, so I made him do it anyhow.
Oof.
So that was a real tough call on my part.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, I felt like, that I had screwed Bret to that extent that it was a tough call on my part, and I had to do what was best for everyone in the WWF that was remaining behind him as he went down to Turner's sinking ship. So therefore, I had to do something, and the right thing to do was force Bret to do the right thing.
Wow.
But then beyond that, being the bad guy that I am, it was like, you know what? I hung around the arena waiting. If Bret wanted a personal response from me, if Bret wanted, in essence, to punch me out, I was going to give him one shot. Because I felt like it was the thing to do. Sure enough, Bret calls for me. I go over there. And I let Bret get one shot in. Boom. That's it. Well, now what happened, notwithstanding the one shot, what happens is Goofy Briscoe, who's one of the Stooges, all right, in an effort to help me, as Bret's coming at me, which I was ready for that. Go ahead, Bret, let me have your best shot. Briscoe steps on my ankle and breaks my ankle.
What is wrong with that guy?
So now here I am coming out, and I was trying to, to move around a bit there so that I didn't take that shot flush on the chin,
Right.
So now it's like, I get it in the temple, which was bad enough, and Briscoe steps right on my ankle and crushes my ankle. So now I'm walking out of the locker room. I'm saying to myself, Vince, you're an idiot for doing that.
Because now it looked like you were staggering from the punch.
Yeah, no, he throws a pretty good punch, by the way, but I was really, my ankle was broken, and I didn't know it for about 5 days. I just kept walking on it, figuring it'd get better.
Now they interviewed you after that, and you had a nice shiner, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That's amazing.
So, have you spoken to the guy since?
No.
No, huh?
Well, now he swears that you changed your mind and that he could keep his title or something when he was wrestling in Canada and you wanted to take it away from him or something like that, right?
Well, see, the idea is I would do anything for our fans.
Right.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, what Brett wanted to do was not conducive for our fans enjoying the performance.
Right.
So, in essence, we did it my way anyhow, even though he didn't know we were going to do it my way. And I had balls enough to walk out there in front of him, and in front of 15,000 people, standing there right there in front of Brett. And when it was done, I'm looking right at him. Of course, he, throws a Luger at me, which I might add is a hell of a